Good evening students. We are once again back in a lecture video for class 10th English. I am Mahendra, faculty of MLZS JHANSI School for Accounts and English PGT. Children, today we will be beginning our new chapter 7, The Necklace. It's a very interesting chapter. It's about a couple, and this chapter will clearly gives a message that we should not be greedy. We should live within our means, and we should not try to show off, because if you do that, then you have to face the repercussions of certain act of yours. So there lived a couple, Matilda Loisel and Mr. Loisel. Okay. Matilda was born in the family of clerks. She was very pretty girl, very beautiful, even more beautiful than the princess. She thought that she was born for all the riches, all the jewelry, all the good things. But since she was born in the family of clerks, she had no hopes, no dowry. She stopped dreaming. Let's see what happens further in the story by reading it. Okay, so she was one of those pretty girls, pretty young ladies, born as if through an error of destiny. किस्मत की खेल की वजह से वो यहाँ पैदा हुई into the family of clerks. She had no dowry, no hopes, no means of becoming known, loved and married by a man, either rich or distinguished. Means she was not thinking that she will be married to a very distinguished person. Okay, and she allowed herself to marry a petty clerk in the office of Board of Education. So her husband, he was a clerk and used to work in the Board of Education office. She was simple, but she was unhappy. Why she was unhappy? Because she regretted. She wanted to live a very grand lifestyle, but her means did not allow her, neither at her parents' house nor at her husband's house. She suffered instantly, feeling herself born for all the delicacies and luxuries. She suffered from the poverty of her apartment, the shabby walls and the worn chairs. All these things tortured and angered her. When she seated herself for dinner opposite her husband, who uncovered the tureen with a delighted air, might be some dish uthata hai uska lid, and he's saying, "Oh, the good pot pie." So to make his wife happy, to fill her with enthusiasm, he tried every trick, he tried every way out. But this lady, Matilda Loisel, she was unhappy just because she was regretting the rich lifestyle. I know nothing better than that. इससे बेहतर तो चीज़ मैंने कभी खाई नहीं. She would think of elegant dinners, of shining silver. She thought of exquisite food served in marvelous dishes. She had neither frocks nor jewels, nothing, and she loved only those things. She had a rich friend, a schoolmate at the convent, who she did not like to visit. Why? Because whenever she visited her, she suffered so much when she returned home. She wept for the whole day from despair and disappointment. Okay, why this happened to her? She's so good looking, so beautiful, but she doesn't have any beautiful things, any luxurious things to decorate herself with, to adorn herself with. One evening, her husband returned elated, means he was very happy, carrying in his hand a large envelope. Here, he said, "Here is something for you, dear," he said to her. But she was not excited. She quickly drew out a printed card on which were inscribed these words: "The Minister of Public Instruction and Madame George Ramponneau asked the honor of Mr. and Madame Loisel Company Monday evening, January 18th, at the minister's residence." So the minister of the city invited them, and it was a great honor. She should thank her husband for that. But instead, What she did? She spitefully threw away the invitation. Instead of being delighted as her husband had hoped, she threw the invitation spitefully upon the table, murmuring, "What do you think? What do you suppose I want with that?" उसने कहा, "But my dearie, I thought it would make you happy. Fine. You never go out, and this is an occasion, and a fine one. Everybody wishes one, and it is very select. Means very few selected people are invited, and we are lucky that we are one of them. You will see the whole official world there." She looked at him with an irritated eye and declared impatiently, "What do you suppose I have to wear to such a thing as that?" तुम्हें क्या लगता है मेरे पास कुछ पहनने के लिए बहुत अच्छा है वहाँ जाने के लिए? He had not thought of that. He stammered, "Why, the dress you wear when we go to theatre? It seemed very pretty to me." वो ड्रेस तो बहुत बढ़िया है. You can wear that dress and come with me. He was silent, stupefied in dismay at the sight of his wife weeping. He stammered, "What is the matter? What is the matter?" By a violent effort, she had controlled her vexation. Means the trouble which she is going from within. Responded in a calm voice, wiping her moist cheeks. क्या बोली? "Nothing, only I have no dress and consequently I cannot go to this affair. Give your card to some colleague of yours whose wife is better fitted out than I." He was grieved, but answered, "Let us see, Matilda, how much would a suitable costume cost? Something that would serve for other occasions. बाकी टाइम पे भी काम आ जाए. Something very simple." She reflected for some seconds, thinking of a sum that she could ask for without bringing with it an immediate refusal and a frightened exclamation from economical clerk. So she was very, very hesitating when she said to her husband that what to tell. Finally, she said in a hesitating voice, "I cannot tell exactly, but it seems to me that 400 francs ought to cover it." He turned a little pale. उसे थोड़ा बुरा लगा, for he had saved just the same sum to buy a gun that he might be able to join some hunting parties next summer with some friends who went to shoot larks on Sundays. Nevertheless, he answered, "Very well, I will give you 400 francs, but try to have a pretty dress." We'll stop here, children. We'll be continuing the next chapter in the next video lecture. Till then, thank you very much.